Here's a third experiment that may change how you see people. Imagine that everyone around you is autistic.
I have ADHD. You have ADHD.
Go across the tracks. Oh, where the viaduct.
I'm really scared to talk to the camera, but if you're watching this video, then this is my first achievement. I overcome this fear a bit.
It was almost a year ago, and only today I'm finally uploading this video. I still haven't overcome this fear though. Since I realized that I have ADHD, I started to see that people around me are also neurodivergent. But how to tell them that? Should I just come to the person and tell them, I think you need a psychiatrist evaluation? I tried a few times. It didn't always end well. That's why I decided to become a neurodivergent messiah. That was almost a year ago, and I still haven't posted that video about how I can't post that video. A very ADHD story. Since then, I got distracted by anti-Israel protests and started working on a video that activists are autistic.
Wieder Hass gegen Israel auf Berliner Straßen, antisemitische Parolen und der Aufruf zur Auslöschung Israels inklusive Die Palästina wird frei sein Demo zieht lange unbehelligt durch Berlin.
Das ist die Fick deine Mutterstadt Berlin. Hier ist das Leben eine Nutterstadt Berlin. Wir machen Stress.
Antisemitische Parolen und laut ausgesprochene Vernichtungsfantasien gegenüber Israel.
Antisemitische Parolen.
Der Hass auf Israel. Und
Jeder kann
You are in Berlin this Saturday. You are needed at the demonstration against the genocide in Palestine.
According to research, most autistic people in the world are undiagnosed. Most autistic people in the world don't know that they are autistic. Most autistic people don't have intellectual disabilities. Sometimes these individuals receive an outdated Asperger's diagnosis. Hans Asperger was naming them autistic psychopaths.
In an effort to find and conceptualize the basic disorder that makes the personality of this group of abnormal children seem to be thoroughly organized, we have chosen the term autistic psychopaths.
It's worth mentioning that Hans Asperger is accused of cooperating with the Nazis and sending children he considered impossible to educate to euthanasia, including many Jewish children. No one wants to be Asperger. No one wants to be an autistic psychopath. But what if autism is the norm? What if really everyone around you is autistic? This is what life is like for many autistic people. Autism is inherited, so their parents are also autistic, and the rest of their relatives and friends, colleagues. According to the theory of dual empathy, an autistic person is more likely to be surrounded by autistic people. Yet most of them don't realize it. They don't even know what autism is. Many undiagnosed autistic people mask their traits, if they can, and other autistic people around them also mask their traits. Everyone hides their struggles from each other because they can't understand themselves. I felt the same way and spent my whole life searching for my identity, my tribe, those who would accept me. People like me, who are they? Where are they? Would I be accepted by IT guys, photographers, artists? Maybe I'd find my people through my nationality. Should I become Israeli? I find people like me everywhere, yet I still couldn't feel completely myself and free with anyone. And then I realized I was autistic with ADHD. And that there are tens, millions, maybe billions of people like me who have been given the wrong instructions and don't understand why they have such a hard time living. I think I sound like an activist, don't I? That's what my psychologist once told me. I hope she's not going to watch this. I've always been afraid of becoming an activist. I was afraid I'd be sucked into a cause that would make me forget the rest of my life.
And all the girlies say I'm pretty fly for a white guy.
You have not been listening. The people in power have not been listening.
I come here for a climate demonstration, not a political
I think that my diagnosis has definitely made me not following the stream. I think a bit outside the box.
We have come here to let you know that change is coming, whether you like it or not.
But I can't stop telling everyone around me that they're autistic. even if it means they don't want to talk to me anymore. I think there are a lot of activists among autistic people. The black and white thinking, heightened sense of justice, and intensity of interest all have been fighting for the right cause, or for the left cause. I don't know if all activists are autistic, but autistic people find it harder to stay silent when they see injustice. In 2011, I was living in Israel. With Olga Kravitz, I went to Kibbutzim around Gaza to film for her project The Shelter. Rockets from Hamas and Islamic Jihad were daily reality there. One of our heroes was Vitaly Trufanov.
Ну я как в этом случае вообще русский. Я отношения никакое к еврейству не имею абсолютно. У меня жена еврейка, я так поскольку с ней. У них вся семья евреи, у меня вся семья русские. Поэтому никакого отношения к этому не имею.
12 years later, on October 7th, Hamas killed Vitaly Trufanov, kidnapped his wife, her mother, and Vitaly's son, Sasha. Sasha is still being held hostage and doesn't know his father has been killed. In Tel Aviv, there is a hostage square dedicated to those kidnapped and taken to Gaza. 2 days ago, a hostage square was opened in Berlin on Bebelplatz. I'm going there now.
Das Zeitalter eines überspitzten jüdischen Intellektualismus ist nun zu Ende.
Bebelplatz is where the Nazis burned books 91 years ago. Now, books from a destroyed kibbutz are there. There is also an installation with a tunnel and chairs waiting for those kidnapped into Gaza tunnels. Of all my identities, my Jewish identity feels the closest. Since childhood, I couldn't understand why I'm different from others. In Israel, I can feel among my own. By the way, Israel is a leader in autism and ADHD research. Maybe most people aren't autistic, but I'm sure there are a lot of them among some groups like artists, activists, scientists, IT people, and among politicians too. Maybe it's all the fault of undiagnosed politicians? Putin is always late. I bet he's also neurodivergent.
It's been 6 months and I still haven't finished this video. Now I want to make videos about PDA, pathological demand avoidance. I spent all my savings, I even had to borrow money, but I still can't finish a single video. PDA is when you resist or avoid demands. Learning about PDA was even more life-changing to me than discovering the concept of neurodiversity. PDA is anxiety-driven need for autonomy. Don't tell me what to do, but subscribe to my Patreon to follow my journey of figuring out how to survive in this reality.